Hello, church. Here's our devotional for Friday, August 29th. I think. No, 28th. Now I've got to look. Wait a minute. Never mind. Okay, whatever today is. Sorry. I'm doing a recording on Thursday. And just need to get a few done before Barb and I hopefully head up. Complete another side note, I've done the deferred maintenance piece before on some car tires after we had some bad weather. The deferred maintenance issue is now brakes and rotors and brake pads, and we'll see how that all works out before this weekend. Completely random. Sorry. So we continue in Psalm 100. We'll be focusing. I mentioned that James Mays had three parts that he wanted to focus on in the psalm. And so we're getting into the second one today. But we'll begin with our opening reading from the NRSV. A psalm of thanksgiving. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord is God. It is he that made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name, for the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. Good. So, reminder that yesterday, the first part that we talked about was this being the psalm being theopolitical in its character. So it's talking about having the Lord as king. And then we also discussed the temple and the palace and kind of that nuance, and ultimately the people being called to faithfulness in God and service of God, and everyone serving God. So here's our second section. The worship that the psalm inaugurates is confessional in purpose. So theopolitical, confessional, which is going to make a little more sense in our context. It is a way of enacting the call to acknowledge that the Lord is God. Verse 3 states in confessional terms what it means to assemble as the people who have the Lord as king. Worship is a public declaration that the one whose name is the Lord, in Hebrew Yahweh, is indeed God, the only God, the one in whom the predicate God belongs exclusively. In Israel's day, the question was not, is there a God with a lowercase g, but who is God? In a profound, though culturally different way, that is still the real question. Human beings are intrinsically polytheistic. We have idols and other gods. Worship that names God is the confession of one God and our allegiance to that one Lord. This is the place to note that the psalm, without any embarrassment, calls the whole earth to recognize as King and God the Lord, who creates and cares for his people. That is because the revelation of the Lord's identity, as distinct from an awareness of God, occurs in his deeds and words for Israel. The Lord is God is based on salvation history, not on natural revelation. But it is also to be noted that the invitation to the world to join the people of God in worship and confession shows that the psalmist knows that God's way with Israel is his way to the whole world. And then he does a little note. So I'll stop there. And then we'll conclude with our message, a Thanksgiving psalm. On your feet now, applaud God. Bring a gift of laughter. Sing yourselves into his presence. Know this, God is God and God. He made us. We didn't make him. We're his people, his well-tended sheep. Enter with the password, thank you. Make yourselves at home talking praise. Thank him, worship him. For God is sheer beauty, all generous in love, loyal always and ever. I've talked about a few of those lines in Peterson that have captured my imagination. The enter with the password, thank you, we have commented on, and then also the repetition of know this, God is God and God, God. The thing that caught me today, bring a gift of laughter, which is clearly, a part of my own sense of interaction and being welcomed into the presence of God, and wish you laughter today. Have a good one. We'll see you later.